facing the problem, then I think it's an issue from my side, but only if some of you are facing, then I think it's an issue on your side, okay? Semicolon in the end. If you see all the SQL statements that we have written, right? Yes, exactly. So all SQL statements need to be terminated with a semicolon, right? That's a unique function in SQL. Okay. If you don't terminate it, see, if I don't put the semicolon, look at this small wrong arrow, wrong mark, right? That says that there is some error, right? So you have to terminate your SQL statements using a semicolon. Okay. So first we'll look at some tables. What tables Sakila has? Sakila has 23 tables, right? In case you want to open a new window of writing your code, you can manage. Just start typing whenever I type the code. Okay. Cool. So the first thing is filtering results with where, right? So let's go to our favorite table here, the actor table. First thing is I'll just look at what do we have in actor. Okay, we have actor ID, the first name, and last update, right? Okay. Now let's say we'll first try some single conditions. Okay. For example, let's say I ask you to get me all the records where first name is Penelope. Okay, and this is how you would run it. Select first name, comma, last name from actor where first name equal to Penelope and end it with a semicolon, right? So when I do this, from actor will be executed first, then where, and then it will select the first name and the last name. Okay, cool. Now, see this. Okay, Rohit says no. Why? Yes, because it is not case sensitive. Okay, let's try this, right? Let's try this and see what happens. I'm going to run it. We got the same number of records. Okay, so what if I change this into double quotes? Now will I get this? Let's try. I still get it, right? Okay, let me tell you this. Now this is a very special case in MySQL, okay? If you try the same thing in Microsoft SQL Server, you might not get the same result. Okay, this is a very MySQL property. Because if you change it into small letters and try it in Microsoft SQL Server, you might not get the same result. Okay, but in MySQL, even the content is not case sensitive. I mean, that's how the framework is designed, right? You can try it for yourself. Single quote, double quote, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, this is for, where, yeah, Neha, that's right. Exclamation mark and equal to is not equal to, right? In fact, you can also use greater and lesser. So in MySQL or in SQL, the not equal to is greater than symbol and lesser than symbol. Okay, if I run this, you will see that there are 196 rows. Let me know once you have run this code. Okay. So this is single condition, right? Where the column name is also non-sensitive. That's a great question. Column name is actually sensitive. I can't write. Let's try this, right? Let's try what Rishabh just said. Now select first name, comma. What did you get, Rishabh? It is working? Okay. I thought column names are sensitive. Okay, it's working. Column names are also not case sensitive. Okay. I usually work on Microsoft SQL Server. So in Microsoft SQL Server, it is not, it is case sensitive. You can't use capital letters in place of small letters. It will throw an error, but apparently MySQL allows you to do. Right? Okay. That's good to know. It's a new learning for me as well. Cool. Next is what you saw here was single condition, right? What do I mean when I say single condition? Where I'm just putting a condition on one column. Let's say, for example, I want conditions on multiple columns. I want a condition on first name and I want a condition on last name, right? So how would I do it? You see this? Select actor ID, first name, comma, last name from actor, where first name equal to Penelope and can be capital, and actor ID less than 10. Okay. Now, I am sure that all of you understand the and condition, right? Because when I was doing Excel, some of you had confusion with this and or. I hope everyone understands an and condition. An and condition means both your conditions have to meet, right? For example, there is only one Penelope whose actor ID is less than 10. Every other Penelope that we saw, the actor IDs were greater than 10, greater or equal to 10. Okay, only if both the conditions are met, then this will return values. Now, you can have multiple, more than one and in SQL. You can say and actor ID less than 10 and last, let's do this right, and last name equal to Guinness. Okay, I can have multiple conditions like this. Okay, there is no limit to the conditions, number of conditions. Okay, now here the next query is using the or condition. Let me just first put it in the chat. Here I want actor ID, first name, last name from the actor table, where first name is Penelope or first name equal to Nick. Okay, the first name can be Penelope or Nick. Right, now let us see how many such records are available. You will see that there are 7 rows. Right, there is Penelope Guinness, Nick Wahlberg, Nick Stallone, and the other 3 Penelopes. And then there is Nick DeGeneres. When you go to the result grid, how many of you see this null, null, and null here in the last row? Yeah. Have you wondered what that is? It's just MySQL's way of saying that it is the end of the table. Okay. Yeah. Don't worry about, hey, I'm getting a null record here. It is just MySQL's way of telling that, you know, the table has ended and this is the last row. Right? And because it's a fair assumption, if I see null, null, null here, for the first time I'll wonder, okay, where first name is Penelope or first name is Nick is the condition. Why am I getting null values here, right? But it is just, again, MySQL's way of saying that the table has ended. Okay, cool. Okay, I want you to write this query. Give me, and I'm sure everyone knows commenting in codes, right? What does comment mean? A part of a code which does not run, right? So for commenting any code, you can just type the / and the star asterisk and then start writing, saying that give me the records from the actor table where first name is Penelope or Nick, and the actor ID should be below 50. So yeah, so when I comment this code, right, that means even if I select it and run it, there's nothing that will happen because it's just a text. Okay, that is what commenting is in a code. Now this is very, very important because more often than not, when you're working with a team or when you're working in a business, you'll have to review each other's code, correct? What you write. And first of all, coding is it's not like a straight language, right? It's a mathematical and computer language. So the other person reviewing the code should be able to understand in plain terms what is going on. That's why commenting becomes very necessary. I don't know if you have already gone through Python sessions, but since 5 to 6 years back, right, everyone started writing their codes in something called notebooks, okay, which is a great way of documenting your code because it has the ability to okay, we'll go and see how the query is written. Yeah, if you see this, right, select actor ID first name comma last name from actor where I am starting a bracket because this for me is one condition. First name equal to Penelope or first name equal to Nick. To Penelope, it will pick it up. Or first name equal to Nick, it will pick it up. It will not even go to actor ID less than 50. For example, let me write this, right? Select actor ID, first name, last name from actor, where first name equal to Penelope or first name equal to Nick and actor ID less than 50. And if I run this, there will be 6 records, which is wrong because it has just picked up Penelope and Nick. This condition is met or this condition is met. This doesn't have any value. And that's the reason why you need to put brackets and say that this is my first condition. And actor ID less than 50. Okay, hope it is clear. The use of brackets. Very, very important, okay? Because more often than not, this is where you will go wrong. Even in